American businessman in Lansing, Michigan. So I idolized Big O, but I also idolized them. But I could never get to Big O, but I could get to them. And they became my mentors. And that's why I'm at this place today. I owe them a lot. And so that's what we also have to do in our community. See, Black history is about that too, uplifting somebody who's trying to do great things, coming together and working together to improve our community. Make sure we also get out and vote to make changes. And then we got to make sure we go to the doctor and get our physicals. Uh-oh. Why is it we still leading in every category? High blood pressure, heart disease. I can go on cancer, HIV and AIDS. We got to make sure we go. And then pick up our parents and our grandparents and make sure they go. A lot of things can be prevented in our community. I know early detection saved my life. I'm only standing here because I got on top of it and I had a great doctor and a great team. But if I didn't find out I had HIV 22 years ago, early on, I might not be standing here today. So make sure you do what you're supposed to do. And then teach your brothers, sisters, parents, do the same thing. If you know you need to be exercising, do that. And not go to the gym, just take a walk. So we got to make sure we take care of ourselves, and then we got to eat a little bit better. Nobody's not telling you to cheat, but you got to eat better. Because that becomes a big part of it as well. So important. So I'm going to open it up for questions right quick because we're going to have some fun. And you can ask me anything. Basketball, business, it doesn't matter. We can start with you, young man. Go ahead. Daniel? Okay. Okay. He asked me, you talking about my company? Do I offer internships and I can help a young man like yourself? Of course. Of course. I wish he was still here. Cookie and I, we had 150 students on scholarship through the Magic Johnson Foundation, college of their choice. It was really, really wonderful. One of the young men came through my program, and he's now working for me, right? And it's so wonderful. And so, yes, we do, we have internships, and we do try to, small business owners, we try to also help them, give them the right information, make sure that they understand what they have to do to be successful, because it's really important. If one of us, 2 of us, 10 of us, 100 of us make it, then we go help another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 to make it too. So they won't have the same issues that we had going through our growing pains to be a small business owner. Hopefully they won't have the same issues. So yes, we do that. So you want to hit you can pull us up on the website, and all the information is sitting right there. Either Magic Johnson Foundation or Magic Johnson Enterprise. Just go right to it, and the information is there. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead.
First question was in regards to what Ron James said last week as far as Mount Rushmore is concerned.
Okay.
For the top 4 players, who would you consider the top 4 players of all time for the NBA?
The top 4 players of all time. Well, I think that Russell, because he got 11 championships. You know, I always go by the guys who got the championships. You know, because to me, that's the dudes who. And then Michael was easy. You know, especially with the tongue hanging out. Isn't that crazy how a guy can play with his tongue out like that and not ever bite it? I mean, I used to ask him all the time, how do you do that? And but he was so dominant, and Larry Bird was awesome. Him and Michael cut from the same cloth. They just play different, but were very dominant. And I think then you have to go with O or Kareem, one of those guys. And then you still got Dr. J, you still got a lot of guys that you can put. But, and still Wilt Chamberlain, I mean, you still got a lot of guys. But I go with the guys who got the championship, but also go with the guys who made their teammates better. Bill Russell made his teammates better. Larry Bird did. So did Michael Jordan. Go ahead.
As far as your coach is concerned for Pat Riley, what characteristic did Pat Riley make you better?
Pat Riley, accountability. He made me accountable. And he held me accountable for everything. And then he was a motivator. So we had this system of points that you get certain points for everything that you did in a game. And I'll never forget this. So he's in the locker room. And, you know, I used to get there like 4 hours before a game. I was so crazy. And I had to be by myself. And you didn't want to be around me when I had a game because I was so focused and but I was just crazy. So I would get there to be by myself, get ready. And it would only be him and an assistant coach. So he would be drawing on the board all the plays and what we're supposed to do when we got out into the game. So then he would say to the assistant coach, knowing that I'm sitting right there, "Hey, Bill, did you see what Michael Jordan did tonight? Man, he had 50 points and 10 rebounds and 5 assists. What a game by Michael." So he knew I was just sweating, going crazy now, because he knew I measured myself against Michael and Larry. So he waited about another half hour, because remember they're back east, so their games are over before we started our game. So he waited about another half hour. "Hey, Bill, Larry Bird just had a triple-double tonight." So now I'm ready to crush somebody now, you know, because my two guys that, you know, I measured myself against just had great games. So you already know what I'm about to do now. And so he used that to motivate me all the time. And last but not least, we were the best prepared team in all of basketball, both from the offensive side and the defensive side. So now, because how he was able to prepare me for games, preparation-wise, I'm one of the most prepared businessmen you're going to ever meet, right? And so I pride myself in being prepared for every meeting, every RFP we're going to go after, all the things that we do for my company. I make sure I'm ready and prepared, so that's a good one. Oh, yes, let that young lady ask one. She's so young and pretty back there. What's up, sweetheart?
Hi, I was just wondering, what did you do while you were in college? What did you study?
Okay, come give me a hug, I'm gonna tell you. Where your camera at? Get your camera out. You can't tell them that you hug Magic and then get a picture. All right, give it to somebody. Anybody will take it for you. Yeah, send it on out. I don't believe that we were really hanging out tonight. So, I studied business and telecommunications, radio and TV. I used to be a DJ in college. That's how I made my money. When I went to Michigan State, I was dirt poor and broke. So I had to have a job to make a little money to put in my pocket and put some gas in my car. So I DJ'd a lot. And then I would do odds and end jobs for people. Like I used to work at a convenience store, on and on and on. So, but I'm glad my minor was business because I'm using that now. And so it was a great, oh man, let me tell you something, college, you're gonna love it. Make sure you go. All these young people here, you gotta go to college. It's not just the education, but also the people you meet, the fun that you'll have, and so you make sure you go, okay? All right. to go to the next person? Who else got a mic? Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna follow you. All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Hi, Magic.
Hi.
My name is Lisa.
How you
My
doing?
name is Sasha. Would like to get a picture.
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question.
Here.
Go ahead and ask your question. Oh, that was your thing. Okay, you want it. Okay, got it. She said, you want the question? Go ahead.
What college did you go to?
What college did I go to? Come on, I went to Michigan State. And, yeah, go green, go white. We just won the Rose Bowl. You know I'm happy about that. Yeah, come on. So you got it ready? Okay. Hey, I had to be looking good when I'm with Magic. I got it. Okay, there we go, right here. Yep. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hi, so I was just wondering, how did you stay motivated in high school with subjects you didn't particularly enjoy? Because I am not doing so hot in algebra right now.
Okay, good. Yeah. I didn't do hot in algebra either, but no, I tell you this, it's so funny. I was one of the best math students in our high school and junior high and on. I was really great with math. I don't know why God blessed me with being great with numbers. I had a problem with history and all that, social studies, all those type of things. You have to stay motivated because you want something more. You're going for a bigger dream and goal, which is college. Now, for me, I had to get with somebody who excelled in that field or that. And I got them. I was really good. I was best friend with all the smart students in high school, right? And in college too. So don't feel bad that you're struggling because a lot of people struggle. So what you got to do is say, hey.